This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Potholes endangering traffic on North Racecourse Road in Mandeville. Business operators on North Racecourse Road in Mandeville are urging the authorities to move with urgency in repairing potholes, which they say are merging and expanding rapidly, endangering traffic. It started small, but now you can't miss it if you are a driver, one office manager told the news. I don't understand why we have to allow something to become a big problem when it could be fixed from early. They need to deal with this before it becomes even bigger, she said. Concerns raised by social media users after 10-year-old goes missing. 10-year-old boy Said Ashman, who turned up at the Mountain View police station over the weekend, has been reunited with his parents. The development has left the police and the parents relieved, but it has also triggered levels of concern and a larger conversation among social media users. Since the child was located, some social media users have started a heated debate over the failure of the child to remember his parents' names or address and the need for guardians to ensure that this is taught from a very early age. The police on Saturday said they were seeking assistance from the public to find the relatives after the child turned up at the station about 5:30 p.m. It was the police who also disclosed that the child was unable to give the names of his parents or where he is from. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of his family is asked to call the Mountain View Police at 876-930-3207, the police said at the time. Some social media users were, however, accused of being insensitive after they expressed shock as the child was unable to give his address. My 3-year-old knows both the parents' names, her siblings' full name, first, second, and third, and she is only homeschooled, so please explain how a 10-year-old doesn't know his parents' name, said one social media user. My thoughts exactly. My 6-year-old can tell her name, address, school, parents' name, her date of birth, all that, another user said. But another social media user called Nyla said it could be a case where the child may have special needs, and as a result, the user called on critics to be more sensitive. Does your 6-year-old have special needs? The social media user asked. Other social media users said the situation could also be used as a wake-up call for parents to ensure that children were taught this basic but important information. It is very important that this is done in case of an emergency, said the user. EOJ to distribute new voter ID cards. The Electoral Office of Jamaica will commence the distribution of the newly designed voter registration identification card beginning October 11. The new card will replace all current voter ID cards which expire on December 31, 2021. Electors whose card was automatically renewed can collect their card at the EOJ constituency office where they are registered. Electors who visited EOJ offices to renew up to July 2021 can collect their new card at the pickup location they specified at the time of renewal. In a statement from the EOJ on Monday, Director of Elections Glaspole Brown explained that we anticipate a rush on our offices amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. We therefore designed a plan to distribute the new cards in alphabetical order of electors' surnames on specified days of the week to limit the gatherings at our constituency offices while observing all COVID-19 protocols. The EOJ said distribution of the new voter ID cards will therefore be done at EOJ constituency offices between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. on Mondays to Thursdays, and from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Fridays to electors as follows: Mondays A to E, Tuesdays F to K, Wednesdays L to P, Thursdays Q to T, and Fridays U to Z. Electors who visited EOJ offices to renew are encouraged to carry their current voter ID card along with the receipt received when collecting the new card. However, electors who cannot locate either will not be turned away, the EOJ said. The body further encouraged electors to confirm their pickup location before visiting the EOJ office to collect the new card by visiting the ECJ website at www.ecj.com.jm/query, calling 888-991-VOTE, that's 888-991-8683, or following its social media at EC Jamaica. The voter ID card renewal process involves the updating of electors' information to include taking a photograph, retaking fingerprints where applicable, and updating demographic information such as electors' address, name, and date of birth. All current voter ID cards expire December 31, 2021. Electors who have not yet renewed must visit an EOJ constituency office to renew in order to receive the new voter ID card. WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook down for some users. WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook are down Monday following what appears to be a major outage affecting users across the world. Several users, including Jamaicans, have taken to Twitter to report an outage of these social media platforms that belong to United States social media giant Facebook. Can't send WhatsApp messages from 10:42 a.m., tweeted one Jamaican Twitter user. Downtector, a website which monitors issues relating to social media platforms, has also confirmed issues relating to WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. Several individuals worldwide, including from Netherlands, India, and the United States, have reported issues with refreshing their newsfeed or sending messages. More information on this developing story. Make vaccination card mandatory to access public services, said Bailey. The government is being urged to require people to present a COVID-19 vaccination card to access key services in the public sector. The call has come from Albertson Bailey, Associate Professor of Occupational Health and Safety, who believes the government should take this step to ensure more Jamaicans get vaccinated in order to access services such as courts, churches, hospitals, tax offices, banks, and schools.
All other members of the society should be actively encouraged to get vaccinated by presenting an obligatory COVID passport to access key government and social services such as cinemas, theaters, the churches, hospitals, courts, tax offices, banks, colleges, and universities. No frontline worker should die from COVID. It is an unnecessary death. Therefore, mandatory vaccination must be required for all frontline workers, including healthcare workers, members of the security forces, transportation workers, and those in the tourism industry. Those who are due their second dose of AstraZeneca during the first week of October should have been invited to come in for early shots. It will make no difference from a public health perspective. It is obviously far more prudent to have the shots in arms than in an incinerator. The WHO, PAHO, and other regulatory agencies should have been contacted for advice about giving Jamaicans early boosters for the thousands of Jamaicans who are already fully immunized and will require boosters in the very near future.
213 additional COVID-19 cases, 13 more fatalities. 13 more COVID-19 fatalities have been recorded in Jamaica, increasing the tally to 1,922. The deceased are an 85-year-old man from Clarendon, an 85-year-old woman from Kingston and St. Andrew, whose death was previously under investigation, an 83-year-old man from Trelawney, whose death was previously under investigation, a 44-year-old man from Trelawney, whose death was previously under investigation, a 32-year-old woman from Trelawney, a 62-year-old man from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 31-year-old woman from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 77-year-old man from St. Anne, an 86-year-old man from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 75-year-old man from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 27-year-old man from St. Mary, a 77-year-old man from St. Catherine, and a 63-year-old woman from St. Catherine. The Ministry of Health says the deaths occurred between August 18 and October 2. One more fatality has been recorded as a coincidental death, increasing the tally to 179, and 6 more deaths are under investigation, moving that figure to 311. Meanwhile, there were 213 new cases, with ages ranging from 44 days to 95 years, pushing the total to 84,914, with 29,006 being active. Of the new cases, 122 are women and 91 are men. The parish breakdown is as follows: Kingston and St. Andrew 61, St. Catherine 30, St. Anne 28, St. James 18, St. Mary 17, Manchester 13, St. Thomas 12, Portland 9, Trelawney 8, St. Elizabeth 7, Westmoreland 4, Hanover 4, and Clarendon 2. A total of 1,970 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate stands at 15.8%. In the meantime, there were 157 more recoveries, increasing the total to 53,404. Some 571 persons are in hospital, with 129 being moderately ill, 78 severely ill, and 35 critically ill. 13 persons are in government quarantine, while 36,183 are at home. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.